Right, this is the first session now of Ramsey Island down North Pembrokeshire. Gwyneth and I, we were there a couple of weeks ago. Marvellous time. Though I'm saying that, the 1 week was torrential. Absolutely torrential. But I suppose what you can still find to do. We're in Draford West, and I found a place by the river there with a coffee and good book to read, and what more do you want, isn't it? Gwyneth did the shopping trail, and but then it did open out, and we were able to get around, and that was great. And yeah, now what I'm going to do here, it's I need some darks on above this headland here of the island, so the grass will come through. So I might go for a smaller brush here, and I'm just mixing some light red with the ultramarine blue. That'll make it that bit more darker there. There we go. And what it'll mean then is that the grass will appear that much lighter. You've got to have dark at the background to have something to stand out, and I think this will do it actually. So let's now, what I need to do is blend a little bit for there, and that's why you never need to panic, just wipe that off there. Bit of a kitchen roll, or toilet roll, whatever. And there we go. And then I need to get a little bit of this up in here for variation, but not much. And got to bear in mind with the skies, it will dry so much later than when it first goes on, and you've got to allow for that. And here we go. That noise actually is it's a lorry reversing on the road. They're having a lot of work done opposite, and there we go. Now, so just soak that up a little bit. Now, what I might do is get I can't do much of the headland anymore there than what I've done, so I might just get this in for now. So, and I might just bleed it into that, so you can't see where one starts, the other ends. Let's have a look now. Just get this up in here. And normally, once I would do this, I'd go and have a cup of coffee. Or get the hairdryer out and dry with the hairdryer. But this is the sort of frantic part, over and done with. You can just build on quietly after this. So, yeah. So, we'll just leave that there for now. And what I might do is just get some foreground in here. I think I've got enough time. So I want quite a mixture in here now of different stuff going on. So I want to get a lot of the, like the heather and that's out at the moment. So let's get this down in here. Well, I'd say out, it's going off now actually. Later in the year now. And then what I might do is get some darker. So just blue with the green there, that's all I'm doing. Just mixing it that much. There we are. It's more on the dark side. So you still want to leave that area of light colour here and there. You don't want to go over it all. And then once I've done that, I might get some darker in again. I'm using some light red now with it. So that'll be darker again there now. And again, you don't want it everywhere, just here and there so you can highlight, get lights in, dark shadows in. And that's it, you don't want to do any more than that for now. That's it. I've worked on the island here. I've got a little boat there to give it scale. And I'm working on the heather here. So I've put a medium sort of colour in here. I'm using gouache. So I need to get some darks in here now. And just here and there. So I'm going to end up with the medium sort of tone, and then we'll come on to something lighter then as well. So look here now. And we just build all this up. And we'll come into the dark here as well. And again, I'm pretty rough with this because you're going to build on all this now. Let's have a look. And bear in mind, this dark will go lighter when it dries. I'll just get some up here. And then, there we go. Now, what I need to do now is get something very light. So I'm putting the white with this. And when you put gouache on like this, it's going to dry that much darker than when you put it on, because when it dries, it's going to pick up what's underneath and go that much darker. So you've got to realise that. So, yeah, it's trial and error, really. You try a bit of it and see what it's like. And then, you'll just see now. So I'm only sort of hitting here and there a little bit, just suggestion, before I come to the grass and get the grass all coming up through it. But for now, I think we're just going to concentrate on this. There we go. So I started with the mid-tone and then dark and then now into the light catching it. And we'll come up here as well. There we go. And we'll just leave that like that for now, I think. So what we need is, we've got rock here now, so let's work on that. So I'm using white there to begin with. And then we'll get some blues and darks into the rock as well. So let's have a look. And again, you're looking for interesting shapes with the rocks. There we go, just a bit there. Now then, I want a grey now. Let's try this. Yeah, that's not so bad. And then when that dries off, I'll come in with some darks then. Now, see, I'm more or less ready for get the grass and get all the grass coming up here behind all of this. But let's go on for dark with the rock. I should really wait till this dries, but yeah, there we go. There we are. Okay, so you can see that coming a bit now with these rocks, and then the grass. But it'll be that when we finish it off, we'll get the lights in here. But let's try a little bit then of this. I'll give you an idea what we're talking of. We want some lights coming up in here, look. So I'm choosing a dark area, so this will register against it. So if I just work on this little bit first, you'll have some idea where I'm going in all of this. So you're going to have some coming up here with between the heather that's going on here. But can you see this now starting to come now? And we leave it at that now, and then we'll finish him off on the last session. Right, now let's just finish this painting off as the last few touches. You're looking over to Ramsey Island. This is North Pembrokeshire. And so we want some light touches here against the darks, really. That's all you want. Just where you got the rocks dark, but there's light grass in the foreground. Not much. What we could do as well now is we could get a bit of a fence in here. And you don't want this like uniform. You want it sort of different angles for interest. And having done that now, we could go to a dark and get the dark on that side. Better doing it in one confident stroke than messing around. And then if you get to the light now, let's have a look now. Gives a little bit of interest here, but it does mean you've got to sort of earth it in. So let's get some of the grass up in here. What we could do is get some of that cast shadow in there. There we go, like that. And there we are. Don't do much more than that. That is looking over to Ramsey Island, North Pembrokeshire.